Hello and welcome to the first qualifying of 2023. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? 2023 is about to get underway, and I'm not entirely sure who is going to get pole position. And that is exciting. The only thing I know for sure is that it's not going to be a Mercedes. I know it's not going to be a Mercedes, but I don't know anything beyond that. So strap in and get ready for what will be an exciting qualifying, no doubt. Hello, Flamer. I see you filled in the Google Forms document. The qualifying is just for fun. But I think for the race, we will. I'll have a little point system for the race. If anyone hasn't filled in the little qualifying form and you want to do it, there it is. Just a guesstimate of, the top 10 positioning. We've had 5 responses. I'm going to close it just before qualifying, so if anyone wants to fill it out, now's your chance. I'll do another one for the race tomorrow. I have done the Fantasy League as well. I've put some drivers in for the F1 Fantasy League. But yeah. Yeah, because it's in Bahrain, it's obviously on a little bit later than it normally would do. You're looking at, 1 or 2 o'clock normally. But because it's in Bahrain and the time difference and it's at night, it's on at 3 o'clock. Same time as the football, which is a shame for a lot of people. It's not so much of an issue for me, because Man United are on tomorrow. So it's not the end of the world. Although Wrexham are on... I think that Wrexham are on later as well. I think they're on at like 5:20 away from home. So that's a delight. Anyway, good afternoon, Shock. Good afternoon, Wolves. I hope you're well. I hope you're excited. Because I'm excited. Let's just have a look with... I haven't actually filled this form out yet. I should probably fill it out myself. Qualifying. Alright. I'm going to fill it out. Oh no, this is the edit. Hold on. I think... Oh, dare I dream and put Fernando Alonso... Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to put Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc. I'm going to go mad and go Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz. George Russell swapped back to the other wing now, so he could... Do you know what? I'm going to go George Russell, Carlos... Oh, I can't... What? I can't forget Perez. Okay, so Perez is going to be there. Mac... No, hold on. I've confused myself. Fernando on pole. Max second. Sergio third. If Sainz qualifies, he'll qualify obviously ahead of the Mercedes, but he didn't look that confident in FP3. That's the only reason why I was putting Hamilton... I meant to put Hamilton in 4th, not 3rd. So I think Fernando, Max, Perez, Charles Leclerc. Then I'm going to go Lewis, Carlos, George. Ocon. No, Lance Stroll's going to be up there. Stroll. Then Ocon. Gasly. I've completely guessed. Honestly, I've panicked there. Fernando, Max, Sergio, Charles Leclerc, Hamilton, Sainz, Russell, Stroll, Ocon, Gasly. I mean, Lance Stroll could easily get up there if he puts in a good lap. And Sainz didn't look that comfortable in FP3, but assuming he puts in a good lap, he'll be ahead of Lewis as well. And George, he's running the lower downforce rear wing now, so maybe he'll be... to be honest, it's all just a guess. Who cares? Doesn't matter, does it? I mean, it means nothing. So, it means nothing. It means nothing. So, anyway. In about 5 minutes, I'm going to stop the responses for that. And we'll see who's... Pretty much everyone has gone Max Verstappen for pole, by the way. In fact, I think I maybe... Let's have a look. Oh, no, maybe they haven't, actually. Maybe they haven't. Max, Perez, Charles Leclerc, Fernando. Oh, there are a few differences. There are a few differences. All right. Good. Excellent. We will see, won't we? We will see. I mean... I think for the first time in a little while, I suppose the only time we could say is last year. On the first race, we didn't really know exactly who would get pole position, did we? We knew it was going to be close, but we didn't know who was going to get it. I suppose that's the same now. We just don't know. We just don't know. I assume the coverage is on Now TV because Sky, all of the Now TV stuff is just, well, it's Sky. I'm not sure if Now TV is owned by Sky. Are they owned by Sky? I don't know, but... Alright, hold on. Just going to get the Formula 1 data up. Nando on pole. I'm sure Lando Norris would love to hear that, but I think it's somewhat unlikely. Although McLaren looked a lot better in FP3 than they did yesterday, though, didn't they? Let's be honest. They looked a lot better, so... I mean, it's not, like, outside of the realms of possibility that he'll have a decent qualifying. Because they were a lot closer. Which is good for them. Right. Qualifying. I'm ready. You're ready. We're all ready. 8 minutes to go. At 5-2, I'm gonna stop taking responses for the Google Docs. So get your answers in, kids. What do we think of the... we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but now we've seen all the practice sessions. What are we thinking about the team fights? So K-Mag and Hulk, the new combos. I think obviously Alonso's going to beat Stroll. I think that's a given. You got Nick DeVries and Tsunoda, Lando and Oscar, K-Mag and Hulk, Gasly and Ocon. I think Ocon's going to actually finish ahead of Gasly this race. Seems a little bit more comfortable. Oh, I don't know. If Alonso puts in a lap, I think he can get there. However, I don't know if you noticed, in FP3, if you watched FP3, Max and Checo went out on the hard tyre initially. And they were only half a second down on the hard tyre. So, there is some pace in that Red Bull. There is some real pace in that Red Bull. So I'll be interested to see how McLaren get on, actually. But yeah, it should be on Now TV. Although you pay a fortune on Now TV. Although I'm not sure where you live, Charles. Now TV tends to be quite expensive in the UK. You can get a day pass, but you know, for what it is, it's quite pricey. I don't know what the monthly passes are like. And it's terrible quality as well. Terrible quality. Hi, Eddie. Ooh, it's exciting, right? We'll close that down. We've got the timings up, ready to go. On the BBC? Oh, sorry, yeah. Well, the thing is, what was I going to say? Now TV, I don't know what it's like now because I haven't had Now TV in a while, but when I didn't have Sky, I used to use Now TV every now and again. If there was a game, like if there was a weekend that had a football game on and Formula One or whatever, I would use it to watch. But normally, if you get a day subscription, what it used to be for me, I don't know if there's like a pro version now or something, but it would be like really shit quality. It'd be like 720p. Not only was it massively delayed, but it was really bad quality. I don't know. I don't know what it's like now. I don't know if there's a better quality or whatever, but I don't know. I'm actually not sure if it's the Bahrain pit. I honestly can't remember now, Eddie, if it is or not. Maybe I need to have the different pits for every race. Maybe that's how I'll change it up. I mean, it could be Baku. You could be right. I was looking for a really nice sort of pit image, and that's the one I came up with. Now TV is 720p, and then you pay extra for 1080. Well. That's wild, isn't it? Also, if you've got Sky, which some of you do, they've actually, this season, on Sky, you could do this on the Formula One website, but on Sky now, you can press the red button and watch any cars on board at any time, which is awesome. So I'll be utilizing that. You better believe it. So during the race, I'm guessing we can have it. I can have it picture. You're obviously not seeing my feed, but I guess I could have it picture in picture. Where I see the normal feed and then a driver on board. But the thing is, F1 TV, the website, you can have all of the driver feeds and everything, and it's brilliant. But you can't use it in the UK. Unless, obviously, you cheese it with a VPN. Because Sky have the broadcasting rights in the UK, the F1 TV app in the UK doesn't allow any feeds. It's just data. It's just lap data and tie data and that sort of stuff. There's no actual feeds that you can have in the UK. I mean, I don't know exactly how you would make it work, but I don't know if you have to logging into the website VPNing works, or you'd have to buy it via another. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure exactly how you'd cheese it, but yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good question because Sky is in a lot of European countries, so I don't know what their rules are like with Germany and others. I'm not entirely sure which countries can and can't. I just know that the UK can't have the feeds. So. Also, have you seen, it's on the Discord, have you seen the new F1 intro video where all the drivers are looking like, have you seen George's? Where he's just got his hands up against... They've done George Russell dirty. Unless he chose that pose, in which case he's done himself dirty, but oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, maybe that works then. Yeah, excellent. Do you reckon you could? Do you reckon you could VPN it from Chrome rather than utilizing a full VPN and make it work? I don't know. Maybe. Hey, Calf. Thank you, Calf. I appreciate you. Yeah, but I don't think it is $2.99, Jardan. I think if you want the full feeds, it's more. I think the only reason they charge it at $2.99 in the UK is because you can't have the feeds. I could be wrong. I think the actual package normally is more. I think it's more like $7.99 or $9.99. I could be wrong. Thank you very much, Calf. I do have the YouTube alerts up, but I mean, it hasn't come up. It might just be delayed. We'll see. So yeah, I think you need the more expensive membership. And it might not let you buy that membership in the UK because it knows you can't have it. So there might be ways. I don't know. I haven't tried, so I don't know how it works. But Q1 has started, folks. Here I am nattering, but Q1 has indeed started. So I think we've already seen we've got a good idea of the pace of the cars already after FP3, but now we are well and truly going to see the pecking order. And it might change as well. Bahrain is a very interesting track. So no matter what happens in Bahrain, it might not be the same order in Saudi Arabia in 2 weeks' time. Completely different track. High speed the entire way. Very few slow speed corners. Beautiful. The feed is a go. Charles Leclerc's on the medium tyre, and he's absolutely butchered the first corner. And something just fell off his car. Charles Leclerc instantly butchering his lap. A lovely lockup. It looked like some carbon fiber came off the car. I'm not sure. Hey Tom, how you doing, buddy? There's something. Has it come off the wing? I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's definitely a piece of carbon fiber has flown off the car. Oh my god, that's quite a big piece of carbon fiber, by the way. One piece of carbon fiber comes off on the wing, and then another piece when he brakes. But he'd already ruined the lap with the lockup. Nothing visible unless it's like a part of one of the brake ducts or something. €7.99 a month. Oof. Oof.
What did flew away? There's a part that flew away.
I will come back to you.
It's a good-looking car, that Ferrari, in the lights, that red. Lovely. Sainz does not beat Yuki Tsunoda. Oh, he is on the medium tyre, I suppose. He is on the medium tyre, so. Ferrari starting the season as they meant to go on, with their car just falling apart. I'm trying to see what... That's a big piece. That is a big piece. It's almost like the front bib area under the nose cone, or part of the floor. Maybe? It's hard to see off this camera angle. It could very well be coming off like the brake duct area as well. But it was quite a big piece.
It's all good on the car.
It was just a piece of the wheel arch front.
Yeah, I think they're saying they think it's off the wheel arch. Yeah. It's a big old piece, though. I can't really tell. Okay, well, the red flag. Is that for carbon? That red flag might be for carbon, but yeah, that's just ruined Nico Hulkenberg. Eek. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right, lol, man, to be honest. Well, there you go. Ferrari starting the season just how they wanted and just how we expected. I love how the commentators are calling them wheel brows and wheel fairings. They're making up names for what they are. They're called wheel deflectors. That's their name. That's their official name. We don't need to make up names for them. They have a name. Well, let's just change the name for a wheel, shall we? Oh, the non-squarey thing that's attached to the... We don't need to make up names, Crafty. There's already a name for it. I hate wheelbrows as well. I hate the name wheelbrow. I hate it. Timmins.
Can you check when we go in the right part of the car? 2 curb and 27 curb, and it felt quite
Right,
harsh.
apologies. Ferrari's not looking particularly... I don't know, it's not looking particularly stable, is it? Looks a little bit... I don't know. Ferrari looks a little bit edgy. God, Ferrari took 12 pole positions in 2022. If you think about how many poles they took and about how many wins they didn't get. Oh, it's rough, isn't it? Oh yeah, we can see here it is the wheel deflector. It's the vertical part, not the part that goes over the wheel, but it's the part that goes down the side of the wheel. That has broken off. I didn't see it before, but now Anthony's pointing it out. That is a big piece of... It's a big piece to drop off. That's not a small bit of carbon. So it's broken once down the straight, and then it's broken a second time. That's significant. Yeah, that's not ideal. Hmm. I'm entirely sure that's why he locked up, though. They're saying that's why he locked up, but... Was it? It was for debris on the track, Stoney. The Ferrari was falling apart down the straight. God, there is a big old queue at the end of that pit lane. Everyone's gagging to get out. Ferrari were trying to save weight to get pole position, so they decided to just shed carbon down the straight. Oh, God.
Tires are cooling down, so can you also just advise Joe to keep up the pace?
Copy, copy.
Now, interestingly, I'm just trying out this thing from Sky. You can go on board with drivers, but it doesn't look like I can. It doesn't. I'm not sure if I can multi-screen it. And maybe I can. Oh, I can. I've got Verstappen, Alonso, and the main broadcast. That's nice. I like that. Actually stops the commentary as well. So, Mr. Max Verstappen, what have you got, young sir? There is a Haas right in front of him. Ah, he's creating a gap. He's creating a gap. Both Aston Martins are out. I mean, the track's pretty much full. Everyone's getting out there, getting some laps in. It's only 11 minutes, so you don't want to mess... You know, you don't want to take a chance. Look, Fernando Alonso, right? has made some terrible career choices. It looks like this one has been a good one. Everyone's thinking, well, I was thinking, and a lot of others were thinking, hold on, Aston Martin, are you mad? And he's like, wait and see. So the camera angles here are so good. That Red Bull just looks, oh, it's such a good looking car. It looks so aggressive. So aggressive. Well, that's the question, Shot. You have to assume for him to go to Aston Martin, he was told that they think they've got a good car, etc. And they said, listen, we've got a good car, blah, 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 blah. And he's gone, okay, I'll take a chance. All right. Max Verstappen's up on Fernando Alonso on this lap. That Red Bull's got some pace in hand. I was optimistic thinking Alonso could get pole. I was away in the moment. Well, Dan Fellows has been in charge of that Aston Martin. And where did he come from? Red Bull. Charles Leclerc. Oh, hello. Hello, Charles. Cheeky purple first sector there. Showing some pace. Oh, they are very equally matched. Alonso's massively up in the second sector. Come on. Let's see what you got. 31-2 from Max. Alonso? Oh, 31-1. No. 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 Charles Leclerc's got some understeer, though. It didn't look like it was completely... What's Charles Leclerc's time? Ocon's up into fourth. Stroll's in third. Half a second off his teammate. Charles Leclerc first? Where's the Red Bull pace? Russell? What the flying hell? What? What's just happened? Russell just banged it in second place. Perez is in sixth. Ugh. Lance Stroll had his lap time deleted. Poor Lance. Someone go give him an hand. Oh, stop. Where did that time from Russell come from? Half a second up on Hamilton. What the hell? What the hell? We have got a fight on our hands. We have got a fight on our hands. There is genuinely 3 teams that can get pole position. Maybe 4 at a stretch. I need to take some tablets. I need to calm down. It's too much. Wow, sorry, what happened with the pace of the Red Bull? What's going on there? What is going on there? That Ferrari, though, I tell you, Ferrari have been hiding some pace because they didn't really want to put the soft tyre on in FP3, you know. Look, the grid isn't set in Q1, but that's spicy. Norris and Piastri, 17th and 18th, guys. Rough. Currently, Nico Hulkenberg is in 16th. Norris and Piastri, 17th, 18th. Logan Sargent, half a second off Albon in 19th. Stroll got his lap time deleted, so he would have been up there, but... I mean... Yeah, Lando Norris has to find half a second, well, 0.4, but half a second to get out of Q1. Oh my God. Like, that's a lot of time. They looked really good in FP3, I thought. Lando looked pretty decent. Maybe they had less fuel on board. That whole top 6, 7 is separated by 0.5 of a second. You make one mistake on your lap, and it could be the difference from being first to 6th. That's crazy, isn't it? The top 12 covered by a second. Top 12 covered by a second. There was times when I was growing up where the top car to the bottom car might be 2.5, 3 seconds in difference. We're looking now at 1.5 second spread across the whole field, which is incredible. Oof. They are still slower than testing, which is weird, isn't it? What was it like? It was a 30 point. Wasn't it a 30.1 in testing, or was it a 30.2? It was low 30s, I think, right? And we're currently on a 30.9. I think it will get quicker. It could have been a 30.5. You could be right. I honestly can't remember. $30.3. Okay, there we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. There's no way Verstappen and Perez are going to be in 5th and 6th. No way. Come on. Come on. Come on, Max. Pull your finger out. You're a 2-time world champion now. Stop playing around. Stop playing with your dinner, Max. Come on. I still don't know where that lap time came from, Russell. Where the hell's that come from? To be fair, Russell's only been a 10th or so behind Hamilton in the last few practice sessions, and he's been using that barn door of a rear wing. So, you know, Russell's now got the medium rear wing on, the same as Hamilton. I don't think he wanted to put it on, from what I understand, but Mercedes have determined that it's the optimal wing to have on for outright lap time, so he's gone with it. We're now running into the last laps of Q1. Everyone has gone back out. Lance Stroll is under a lot of pressure because he got his lap time deleted. So at the end of Q1 now, with 2 minutes to go, Lance Stroll needs to get a lap in. He needs to get a lap in. Yeah, the soft tyre they're running this weekend is actually the medium tyre from testing. You're right, yeah. Not everyone. Carlos Sainz has not come out for another lap. Everyone's out bar Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is just like, mate, lol. So he stayed in. Everyone else has gone out. Yes, that's a very good point, Wolves. The fastest tyre in testing was set on the C5 tyre, whereas the lap time that's set now is actually the C3 tyre. So even though it's called the soft now, it's not the same soft that was the soft in testing. So you're actually right. So they're on a much harder tyre and they're almost matching the time. So There definitely has been a speed improvement. It's a very good point. So where's Albon going to end up? Currently, he's languishing in sort of the midfield. I thought Williams were going to be the slowest team, and it's looking that they're there or thereabouts. I mean, I need to see what sort of times McLaren are going to put in here. Zach Brown was saying, oh, because of the red flag, we used like a scrubbed set of tyres. We're going to find out now whether they are genuinely that slow. So, looks like Lance Stroll's going to get his lap time in. He'll confidently put him through. That's not a problem. Goes up to 5th. Lewis has got a Ferrari there on the racing line. Not ideal. Zhou Guanyu up to 11th. Put this into context. Lewis is only half a second off the lead, and he's dropped down to 11th. Norris just put his lap time in and gone up to 13th. Gasly's in 15th. Oh, wow. Gasly in the Alpine is on the cusp. Piastri now. He's going around the last corner. What's his lap time going to be? I mean, it's looked pretty tidy, but... Oh, he's out. Piastri's out. P17. Hulk goes 6th. Hello. What about Logan Sargent? He's about to cross the line. I'm guessing it's going to be last. Woo! 16th! I spoke too soon. I am sorry, Logan. I am sorry. Nick de Vries has actually ended up in last place. Wow. Okay. Lewis didn't finish his lap, I don't think. Oof. Sargent. That's a good performance from Sargent. He's ahead of Gasly in an Alpine. Magnussen in a Haas has gone out. I need to see what happened with K-Mag because he is out. That is a shock. K-Mag there is up in Hulk is up in 6th and Magnussen is down in 18th. And I thought Nick de Vries would be beating Tsunoda, but he's actually qualified last. What's happened there? I don't know if he had an incident or what, but yeah, that's a bit of a shock from Nick de Vries, to be honest. That's a bit of a shock. To be fair, Gasly's only in 17th, so there's obviously something not quite right with that Alpine. When they brought their updates to this race, they were like, we think we could, be fighting for P3 if we're not already in P3 already. Hello. Talking about P3, you're not even in Q3. Oh, that's rough, isn't it? Yeah. 1st to 20th covered by only just over a second. 1st to 20th. Now, the leading guys didn't really go out and push when the track was evolving. So I think that gap would have been a little bit quicker, but even still. Even still. Ooh. Spicy. That's just Q1. That's just Q1. There's more where that came from. Do you know what? I hadn't even considered Ferrari for pole. And did any of you choose a Ferrari for pole position, by the way? Did any of you choose Ferrari for pole? Be honest. I'd kind of I'd kind of ruled them out a little bit. The Ferrari, I didn't think looked that good. It looked a bit edgy. So I'd kind of ruled them out, but they're looking quick. It's not a surefire result for any team. Like, I think a lot of us would think, oh, Max Verstappen, yeah, I mean, and Max might still very well put it on pole, but at the minute, it's not a surefire result by any stretch of the imagination. I reckon Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Max Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, apparently George Russell, any of them could nick pole position. And that's mental, isn't it? You know, we got excited for last season. Because the first couple races spoilt us. And I don't want to get too excited because, you know, last season, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen were battling it out. It was great. And then after a few races, it was quite obvious the Ferrari didn't have the legs and they were making mistakes and Max just walked away with it. So I don't want to get too excited, but from what I've seen from Q1, we could be in for a good few races at least, and hopefully a good season. Hopefully. So we'll see. It's going to be so tight for who's going to get knocked out of Q2, by the way. They are so close. Anyone makes a mistake, including a Mercedes, anyone could get knocked out now. The field spread was so minimal, anyone could get knocked out. Oh dear. I wonder what happened to K-Mag, because Nico, K-Mag does not look happy. Yeah. The problem with McLaren is the last couple of years they've actually moved forward, haven't they? You know, they were so far behind, you know, when Fernando was there and everything, and they've moved forward, and now they seem like they've stalled and gone backwards again. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, do you know what? I said that Sargent would be, you know, backing up the back end of the grid, and that, you know, he's put in a really good lap time there for a Williams first race. You know, he's done all right, isn't he? I think Piastri will be really disappointed. I mean, the McLaren is obviously not quick, but I think he will be disappointed. God, yeah, he did the exact same lap time as Lando Norris, but because Lando did it first, he gets 15th and Logan is dropped to 16th. Oh, that's rough, isn't it? That's rough. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, even though Daniel wasn't quick, he would have still been. He's still got experience of fast cars and stuff like that. The problem is, if he's not quick and can't get on top of his problems, can you rely on what he's telling you in terms of a direction? Do you know what I mean? I don't mean that in a nasty way, but it's like, okay, well, you're not even getting the most out of what we're giving you now. How can we rely on your feedback to improve the car for next year? So, you know, McLaren, I've obviously got Lando giving them feedback, and Lando's a top driver, so he will have been giving them feedback for what they needed for the next car. But yeah, Danny Rick can obviously give feedback on how the car feels and stuff like that, but the car was obviously much quicker than what he was able to do. So, it's a tough one. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Robert. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you for stopping by. We will be doing the race tomorrow as well, so that's exciting. If anyone isn't subbed, which I'm sure you all are, you should definitely hit that sub button. Right, so Q2 has started. The first cars have gone out on the track. It wasn't much of a rush, admittedly. So, let's see. We could have a shock here, by the way. We could genuinely have a shock in who goes out. Because go on the track at the wrong time, make one small mistake, and a couple of tenths could be the difference between the top three and out. So, woof. Woo. Spicy. Yeah, hit that like. Make sure to like the stream, guys. Hit that bell. Do a little dance. I haven't really talked about Alfa Romeo, have we? We haven't really talked about them. They've been kind of just there. Brand new tyres on the Red Bull. I think the Ferraris are out on used softs. Let me just chat. It looks like Sainz is out on used. Russell is on used. I think. Are the Red Bulls on used? No, I think they might be. And they might be new, you know. All right, first lap, Lance Stroll. I'm just going to check his hand going into turn one and see how he holds the wheel. He says that he's doing better. Yeah, he is holding it properly. Oh, lost the rear end a little bit there. He gave it the old Canadian shuffle. Is that a thing? I don't know. I mean, it's hockey, isn't it? The Canadian shuffle. That has to be a thing, surely. I think Sainz is on used tyres and Leclerc. I think George might be on fresh tyres, though. I think the Mercedes might be on fresh tyres. Stoney, thank you very much. Oof, Alonso. Alonso absolutely smashing it. Oh, man. Alonso is a beast. Put him in a good car and... Oof. Russell's just done the purple first sector. Ah, it's already been beaten. It's already been beaten. Where's Russell got this pace from all of a sudden? .132.3, but they are on... I think the Mercedes are on fresh rubber. I don't think the Aston Martins are on fresh tyres, so... I think the Haas is on fresh tyres as well. $131 flat from Alonso. Oh no, Hulkenberg is on used tyres. Oh, why is that? Appreciate that. A 130 from Lewis, but I think that was on fresh tyres. Verstappen, though, is going to smash it out of the park. Hamilton just did a 30.9. Fresh tyres, though. The rest, most of the rest are unused, I think. Ooh! 30.5! 4/10 quicker than Hamilton. Perez second. Oh, hello. Hello. Red Bull were on new tyres as well as Mercedes. Max 4/10 quicker than Hamilton on fresh tyres. Ooh. Yeah. Max is ready to put his foot down. Max is ready. He's like, all right, I've had enough now. But let's remember that the Aston Martins and the Ferraris are on used tyres. Even still, that's a very quick time. Red Bull are sick of playing games now. They're like, listen. I'm sick of this. Let's go smash it. I think the top 5 are safe from elimination. The question for me is, can Norris and Hulkenberg get into the top 10? Lance Stroll is down in 12th. He was on used tyres, but not a very good lap from Lance Stroll. Ocon down in 13th. Tsunoda in 14th. Interesting. To be honest, as mad as it sounds, 4/10 from Hamilton to Verstappen, given what he experienced in FP1 and FP2, I actually think he would take that. If he thought at Bahrain, knowing they've got a lot of upgrades to come, that he was 4/10 down, he'd probably take that, to be honest. And both the Red Bull and the Merc were on fresh tyres, so that is pretty representative. There we go. So, yeah, crazy. Oh, there's a missed weighbridge for Lance Stroll. They're giving him a hand. Sorry, same joke. Used it twice. Apologies. Albon's a little bit out of sync here. He's going for a lap now. A little bit weird, but that's fine. He's got a clear track. Let's see what sort of time he does. Oh, he's well up. Albon's well over the white line. He's bailed from it. Yeah, he's bailed. I mean, I don't know why he's gone off the track to bail. What's happened there? Just going to have a cool down lap now. Recharge his Duracell battery that's in the boot. And go again. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I love that Duracell sponsor. It's incredibly clever. I love it. It reminds me... Oh, I can't remember... Do you remember what team it was? That when the Halo came out, they had a sandal sponsor on the Halo. Do you remember? So when you were watching them on the TV camera, there was a a sandal sponsor, because obviously the halo, you know, looks a little bit like a sandal. And that was a great tie-in. That was like really clever. But the Duracell branding on the airbox is top tier. Top tier branding. I love it. Yeah. They're good with branding, the McLarens, aren't they? Yeah, that didn't look right from Alex Albon. Like, the car looked like horrible. Horrible understeer. It seems like Hamilton, using this as an example because it's on the screen, Hamilton, for example, is losing most of his time to Verstappen in that middle sector. Which wouldn't surprise me because the Red Bull's got, you know, fantastic amount of downforce, and that's where Mercedes seem to be lacking. Most in the second sector, a little bit in the third sector. So, a lot of the teams are going out now. No time from Albon. I don't think Albon's going to get out for a time now, to be honest. Everyone else is out, bar from the two Red Bulls. I'm not sure. They're probably going to go out on old tyres, most of them anyway. But it looks like Albon isn't going to get a time in because of his... I mean, the car looked horrible. So it looks like Albon will be in 15th. Do you know what? Have I missed something? I thought De Vries... I thought De Vries was in 20th. It's showing as Gasly in 20th for me, though. Is that a timing issue, or was Gasly 20th? I completely missed the fact that Gasly got knocked out. Gasly's time was deleted. Oh my god, I missed that. I completely missed that. Oh, that's rough for Gasly, isn't it? I completely missed him getting his time deleted. I just looked then and thought, what? I was looking for him on the timesheet. Pierre. He was out anyway. Yeah, he was already out, but I wasn't expecting him to be in 20th, and I looked across and I was like, what's happened there? Norris is in 10th now, so he's fighting for his life here to get out of Q2 and into Q3. Not a bad lap from Hulkenberg, you know. He's in 8th at the minute. If he can gain a little bit here. You know, Hulkenberg could get a decent position. Ocon, 4th. Hello. Hulkenberg goes 3rd. Hulkenberg's through. Fair play. Nico. Norris. Sonoda's out. Norris. Come on. Alonso goes P2, but that doesn't matter. He was through anyway. Norris! 8th. Hey, fair play. Wait, Charles Leclerc's in 12th. Oh, there you go. There you go. He goes. I was going to say. Sainz goes 3rd. Love that. Lance Stroll needs to make sure he doesn't make a mistake on the last lap because he needs this lap. Russell goes into 3rd. Hamilton goes 4th. Lance? Oh. Oh, he knocks Norris out. Lance Stroll. Oh. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 130.2. Right. Leclerc did a 130.2. And Verstappen, Russell, and Hamilton were on 130.4s. Look at this. Charles Leclerc, a 130.2. Verstappen, 0.221 behind. Russell, 0.225 behind. Hamilton, 0.231 behind. Sainz, 0.233 behind. Now, I appreciate that, you know, some of these are on, like, newer tyres, old tyres, etc., but that is insanely close. From Charles Leclerc in first to Hulkenberg in 8th is half a second. One mistake and you're down 3 or 4 positions, if not worse. It's crazy close. Anyone could take this, genuinely. Leclerc, Verstappen, Alonso, any one of them could take it. It's absurd. It's actually absurd. Oh, man. Right. A gap between to Q3. One sec. Right, kids. What you've said there is also a really good point, Stoney. Last year, the Ferrari was on pole, like, how many times? 12? And that did not always translate to good race pace. So, pole position does not mean a race win, but I tell you what, I think it's going to be interesting. Regardless of where they start now, this is going to be really interesting. So, yeah. Well, they're taking away the blankets. I think they've changed the tire temps this year, but they haven't taken away the blankets. But they are going to be taking away the blankets, which Lewis has said is going to be dangerous. He's probably not wrong, to be honest. So, only the two Ferraris and the two Red Bulls have got fresh tyres. So I think our first runs here in Q3 are going to be on used tyres for most of the field. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, nah. If you said to me now, predict the top 6. If you get it right, you get £1 million. If you get it wrong, you're dead. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It'd be impossible. It would be impossible. You may as well just throw a coin up. Like, the top 6 could be in any order. Any order. And anyone says they know is wrong. Because it was jumping around between Q1, Q2, and Q3. Anyone who puts in the good lap will get pole. Impossible. Impossible to gauge. So, yeah. I just don't know. I just don't know. I think that's what makes it so exciting, though, right? I have no idea who's going to get pole. Hmm. So, we're not really going to see the true pace on the first run anyway, because some teams, if not all the teams, are going to be on used tires. But here we go. Here we go with Q3. Max is starting his lap nice and early. It looks so settled down the straight, that Red Bull. So smooth. They've not had it their own way either, because Max didn't seem very comfortable in the car in FP3, so they've really had to work at this, Red Bull. It's not been, it's not been as straightforward as we thought it was going to be. I think ultimately, though, if Max nails his lap, it's his. It's his, I think, but there's a lot of factors involved. Oh, 28.7. That is really quick. Quicker than Perez. What's Leclerc's? Yeah, it's not as fast as Max. Max is setting the pace at the minute. God. Rapido. I need to find out. Is this a used set of tyres for Max? Charles up in the second sector. Or the middle sector. 29.8! What? Woo. Bloody hell. Leclerc did a 30 flat. Wow. Perez 2/10 down on that. Carlos Sainz half a second down. What? A 29.8. Wowza. So the Mercedes are only doing one run. Mercedes are only doing one run because they only have one fresh set of tyres, so they just didn't even bother going out on a used set. I don't think anyone is going to beat Max's time. I don't think anyone is going to beat Verstappen's time. I don't think. Just watching Carlos Sainz back. Oh, through the S's, man. He struggled through here, all through testing as well. And practice. Like he struggled through there, getting loose, like all through the practice sessions. What can Fernando Alonso do? What can Fernando Alonso do? 29.8. That's quick, that, isn't it? That is quick. Fernando is starting his lap. That high angle, you can really see the curves in the Aston Martin side pods. Now, Fernando's been really good in the first sector. He takes a really wide line and carries a lot of speed through. That were new tyres, Stoney. Ferrari and Red Bull were the only teams that had two sets. And they've got another set of softs. Yeah, they're out on a new set, or will be. Fernando already a 10th down in the first sector. Yeah, he was a little bit wide, but he does take a wide... He was a little bit wide in turn one, but he does take quite a wide line in general. Let's see what the middle sector is like for Alonso. I think he's going to be down, though. 2.5 tenths down in the middle sector. Ooh. Oh, Alonso's. Oh, he was really wily on the last corner. That's lost him time. That's fourth. He was down by 2.5 tenths before the last corner, but he was a wily coyote. He was. Hamilton and Russell both 4 tenths down. This is going to put them in like 6th, I think. Oh, Hulkenberg's lost his time, has he? Russell's gone 5th. Hamilton 7th. Oh, sugar. I say 7th, but he's only 4 tenths off pole. So he's 7th, but he's only 4 tenths off pole. Charles Leclerc's out the car. What? Oh, Charles Leclerc's out of the car. What? Must be a technical issue with the. They've got another fresh set of tires, but there must be a problem with the car. Must be a problem. Well, Max is now going out on a new fresh set of tires, so. Mercedes are done. They don't have any more tires and they don't have time anyway, so. Hulkenberg's pitted, so I guess he's not going to do. Oh, he did have a lap time deleted, but I guess he doesn't have the fuel to do another lap. I mean, Max is fighting himself at this point. Like, the only person that could take this pole off Max, I think, realistically, is Carlos Sainz. There's only 4 cars out on track that are doing laps. Yeah, but you can't abort. He can't abort because Carlos Sainz is behind him. So unless he's told that Carlos Sainz is, like, really down on his lap, there's no point in aborting. Oh, I tell you what, Perez is not far off in the first sector. Checo? Sainz is matched the time as well, so this is not done yet. This is not done. But it's the middle sector that Red Bull do really well, so... Oh... Oh, he's up. Verstappen's up by a 10th in the middle sector on his own time. Perez is up by a 10th. Oh, it's close. It's close. What about Carlos Sainz? Nah. Sainz isn't going to match it. Verstappen goes quicker again. 29.7. Red Bull 1-2. Well. Well. Verstappen first, Perez second. Then it's the 2 Ferraris of Leclerc and Sainz. Then it's Alonso. Then it's the 2 Mercs. That means that the Mercs were 0.6 off Verstappen, which means, have they really made much progress since last year? Not really. You think about it. I think they flattered to deceive a little bit. In the end, the Q3 ended not as close as we were thinking it was going to be. Don't you think? In the end, it wasn't quite as close as I thought it was going to be at the end. Charles Leclerc, they were saving... there was nothing wrong with the car. They chose not to go out again to save tyres. What? That is ridiculous. Nah, come on. It was a 10th down. They could have gone for it. Nah, I don't like that. I mean, it might be a masterstroke. In the race, it might be a masterstroke. Maybe that fresh set of soft tyres will do them well. I don't know. For the start of the race. Who knows? But who knows? But yeah, Red Bull 1 and 2, guys. After all that, it's a bloody Red Bull 1 and 2. Yeah. There we go. There we go. In the end, Max put in a fantastic lap, didn't he? In the end, Max put in a banger of a lap. I mean, race pace-wise, though, it's going to be pretty close between the top three, I think. Well, I think Aston Martin, Ferrari, and Red Bull, it's going to be close between. I think Mercedes will drop off. But interesting. Interesting. Yeah, there we go. There we have it. Short and sweet. I'm not gonna draw it out. I'm just gonna leave it there. That's qualifying done. The first qualifying session of the 2023 season, and I will be back tomorrow, a little bit earlier, 2:30 UK time, half an hour before the race, where we will be hoping for a really good race. Hoping. I'm going to give you this form. Hold on. If you want to do the guessing for the results tomorrow, have at it. And I will see you at 2:30 tomorrow. So have a lovely evening, whatever you're up to, and I will catch you then. Goodbye.